So I turn my podcast on, turn the volume up, push play to hear what these dudes will say. 'Cause for romance now I know that there are only hope.
Hey, welcome to a special A Talk to Remember Chick Flick Draft. This is going to be the first for us. As you can see us. We can't hide behind the microphone anymore. I will try. But let's go ahead and introduce ourselves to the hosts. So, first off, we have from Arkansas, Nate McDivitt.
I'm good. That was me just choking on the victory. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
The game's
Or ice.
never stops.
I was choking on ice.
All right. We also have right here, actually in the same room, but you can't tell, Mikey Black.
You know, Brandon likes to call himself the Wizard of Love, but when it comes to draft, I'm going to show you all why I'm Coach Common Sense. This one's going home with me, boys. Going home with me.
Speaking of common sense, we're seeing a little bit of a lack of it as Candy is appearing randomly. Brandon Taylor, everyone.
Hey, everybody. I'm so glad to be here. I heard my... Oh, no, I hate the way my face looks.
Terrifying.
Oh, hey, put the children and women to bed. This is horrifying. Sorry, let's scratch that, Taylor, in the editing. Oh, I know you won't.
That works.
Wait, what am I doing? Are we introducing ourselves?
That was it. You just had to say hi.
The Wizard of Love.
Hey, everybody. Wizard of Love here, but I would never call myself that. And, yeah, Taylor, you're doing a great job. I appreciate you as a person.
Oh, thank you. And last but certainly not least, Bradley Toon.
Boomer.
I like to describe myself right now. I love drafts, but I like to describe myself as cowering behind a very thin veil of confidence. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Dude, by the way, that headband you have right now, that looks incredible.
I just came back from a run, so this isn't like this is my draft headband.
Me too.
It's
Yeah, I
making-
don't ran too.
Oh my
I came back from drinking green tea with mom and dad after playing rummy, so you know I'm in the game.
in the
Oh,
game. Oh my
Yeah,
god!
like EA Sports, baby.
Oh, no. There, we're back.
I think this is going to be this Brandon changing thing. It's going to happen throughout. So the Chick Flick Draft, what we're doing here is we're going to do a fantasy football like style draft where our options are movies that have already been reviewed by this podcast. So it's going to snake through. So the person who picks first, and then second, then third, and fourth, whoever picks last is going to be the first person to pick starting round 2, and so on and so on. We are doing 5 rounds. 5 rounds. So 20 movies are going to come up. We are not allowed to do repeats. For everyone who needs to hear that, there are no repeats on here. And what am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anything? Oh, the order.
Order. Before we get going, just because I'm curious, I've seen a lot of drafts happen lately, but we're different. What are your all's thoughts on, at the end of this, opening up trades? Is that?
I like trades.
down.
I love trading.
Okay.
I might
I
even
love
trade
that.
things.
I even
like
love mid draft.
Okay, so
Trade
if
a
we
future
feel
first.
okay, I just wanted
third
to
round
see.
pick for. I'm in for
All
all
right,
that.
all right.
Could we trade draft picks?
I mean, we could.
No.
If you give me $50, I'll let you 3.
Well, let's go ahead and announce what the draft order is. This was randomly selected using some sort of internet thing that I found. So person picking first is Bradley. Second will be Mikey. Third will be Brandon. And last will be Nate. But Nate shall be first on round 2.
First shall be last. And
Literally,
so on.
I embody that in this game.
Let's do this thing, man.
All right,
I'm ready.
Bradley, what's your first pick?
So I had to kind of
Overall.
strategize. Yeah, first overall pick. I'm not going to pick again for another while, so got to make
Better
this
be a
one
good
count. I'm really trying to go for a complete team. Real quick, is this going to a vote later? Like, is the public going to vote on the best
The
team?
public will vote.
So that weighs a little bit into my decision. But I mean, first overall pick, you got to make it count. I'm going to go the Notebook.
Ooh.
A lot of people love the Notebook. It's very iconic. I do feel like when people skim over the teams, they'll see the Notebook and they'll at least want to see the rest. And I feel very confident. I feel very confident about that pick. So,
all right. So for me, I'm looking for your first round. I need a good quarterback, somebody I can build a team around, somebody that, a lot of people, it's going to be a controversial pick, I believe, in some instances, but
I'm so excited.
I just feel like this is the perfect first round pick. It's not, so this isn't a love story, but it is the embodiment of a chick flick. And so for my first round pick, my QB, my starter, number one, I got to go Steel Magnolias.
I knew it was coming.
I've got to go Steel Magnolias. Like that is the perfect first round pick. Sorry, fellas.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good one.
Is it my turn yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh baby. So I might do this more. Who knows? But look, I love love. I love it so much. I'm the wizard of love. I love love so much that you can't even see my face. That's how much I love it. And I love a love story that is subtle and witty with incredible banter.
And you made the wrong pick.
I love a love story that got our most views on our podcast.
Wow.
And also, it's the same movie that my friend Taylor Anthony loves. It is Pride and Prejudice. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Can you see it well on my shirt?
No,
Probably not. Well,
It looks like Depergy. Oh, there we go. Now I see it all. That's I saw that coming, Brandon. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Using the podcast stats. You hired a good analytics team for this draft.
Now that's smart.
That's next level.
Behind this, whatever I am is just like, I'm going to stop. I don't know where I'm going with this comment, but I'm excited about this pick. And please pick me. I really could use a win. I'm actually just begging for your votes now. So thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I could not have seen this going any better so far. Mikey, first of all, my number one pick was Bradley. Bradley, that was a great grab there. Now, Mikey and Brandon, you all both, I had a first tier, like how I envisioned the first round going, and I still have two of my first rounders up there, which means that I basically have two first round picks in my mind right here. Okay. And so, all right. I know Pride and Prejudice was the one that we that has the most listens, but I'm going to tell you this right now. The number one pick in here, and it's the people's vote, is Runaway Bride. Hands down.
Good one.
Hands down. That's the one. That's the one that the people chose. That's the one. I can't believe it made it off the list, but I'm so glad that it did. And so that's kind of my just straight up chick flick. It's kind of a comedy. It's not really sad-ish, maybe a little bit. Not too much. That's my. Do you want me to roll right in, or do you want to recap, Taylor? How are we going to do this like snake part?
I think we'll do a quick little recap. Let me see if I can share this.
I still feel good.
How many movies do we pick? 5?
5.
Oh,
do you know 4 more?
Let me look.
All right, so that's what we got so far here. Bradley with the first overall pick has the Notebook. Mikey has picked Steel Magnolias. Brandon, Pride and Prejudice, and Nate with Runaway Bride. And for those of you only listening, make sure you go. Where's this video going to be located on?
Probably all
the internet
formats.
All the formats that are.
It'll be on the internet.
It'll be on the internet somewhere.
Facebook,
we'll probably be voting on Instagram.
This is going to be our very visual podcast. All right. So
that's 4 solid picks.
It's very great picks.
I can't believe you'd say that about Pride and Prejudice, Mikey.
I mean, would I vote for it? There's no chance in any world.
Come on over to the good side, Mikey. Join us.
Get some votes. I can.
He said solid pick. He didn't say solid movie, even though it's beyond solid.
Oh, no, it's horse crap as a movie.
That's true.
It was the worst movie I've ever seen.
It's so good. The soundtrack's amazing.
That's awesome.
Taylor, you're not allowed to talk about opinions. You're allowed to move things along.
I was giving you facts, no opinions here. All right, Nate, you've got the first pick in round 2.
Okay, so the other movie that I have that was on the top tier, and I can't believe it made it. But I'll give you 152 reasons why, Mikey.
Yeah, it was
number 1 is Tom Hanks. I'm going. You've Got Mail.
I had it between the two.
That's my number 2 pick. I feel like
between the two.
I feel like the first round was really just 5 picks, and I got 4 and 5. That's how I feel. I feel really grateful that you went Steel Magnolias. Very good movie. And Brandon, you went Pride and Prejudice. You went with your emotional strengths. That's amazing because I feel like I won the lottery.
If we have a lot of young voters, that first pick of mine is going to hurt me. But if we got people who really know what they're doing, I mean, I'm a lock right now.
So what do you think the average age of people on Instagram are?
Younger. They're younger. I know.
But Facebook, you got the whole world at your fingertips up.
Right. I'm still feeling good.
No, it's a good pick. It's a good pick.
All right, Brandon.
You know, I love love. Have I told you that before? I probably have. And you know what else I love? It's love that should never happen in a million years. Because you got one person at one end of the country, and you've got another person at the other end. Let's say in Seattle, Washington.
Oh, you
I'm
can
going to go
Have
with Sleepless in Seattle. I know that those guys, none of them are going to fight me for it, but I don't want them to fight me for it because I
you
love
take
it.
that one.
I'll be honest, Brandon. When you said so when you were saying the sentence, 2 people indifferent, I thought you were going to say different times, and I thought you were going to go lake house. And I thought
you were going to go lake house too.
And, you know, I'm not
I wish you would have.
that crazy.
I wish you would have.
You know, unfortunately, the one movie that I keep remembering is Glitter, and I keep wanting to say Glitter, but that's a big mistake.
Put that up there. That'll be really good.
Yeah, I can lock you in with the 11th pick if you want.
Here's the thing: you have to get Tom Hanks when you can, and Meg Ryan with long blonde hair is great.
Did we just go back to back Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan?
We did.
Of
We
course I
did.
Give me some of that.
And so now I pick Joe versus the volcano. No, we didn't watch that.
But we did watch that to find out.
Not good. Not a good movie. All right. Pick number 2. I've got my QB. Now I need somebody. I need a good running back, somebody with good feet work. You can't do better feet work than Swayze. So I'm going Dirty Dancing, folks.
Oh, look, talk about a snooze fest.
No,
dancing around, shaking.
Brandon, Danny Clyde's watching this or listening to this right now, and she just died. Like that. That's what just happened.
Danny, I think you are incredible, and you make great s'more sticks. But that movie is not my
iconic. Yes, it is.
Classic. B-Tune.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I feel like a mirror of Nathan. I have a treasure trove in my picks for these next 2. I feel very fortunate to be where I'm at. Oh man, this is going to be hard. I'm going to go with the first one that I'm really glad is still here. Not only from a personal standpoint, which I think is one of the most highly rated movies that you guys that for first season is definitely one of the most highly rated.
I know where this is going.
I'm going to go Safe Haven for this
Okay.
one. I think that the male vote as well. As far as male-friendly Nicholas Sparks movies, a lot of guys I know love
Top
Safe
notch. Yeah.
So the more you qualify that, the less and less people that hang with you.
I'm going to stop talking. Anyway,
I'm with you, Bradley. Woo! Ghost love. Love and ghost love.
That is my favorite. That is my
Oh,
favorite.
for
Nicholas
sure.
Sparks
Not
movie.
even a contest.
Behind the Notebook. That's the second favorite.
Wow.
so
Yeah, you got two Nick Sparks up
recap.
there.
I know.
He does.
That's smart play, man.
I couldn't leave. The Safe Haven was there for the taking, so I had to grab it.
It's up there, man, for me.
Team Nick.
I don't know that it would have made it past my next 2 picks if it were still there. So it's a good pick.
There's some real winners out there, though, man.
You know, I will say this off the top of I have 3 movies that literally the title, I wish I could share my screen. It says absolutely do not pick. And I'll give you an idea for what one of them was. It has already been chosen. And that was one of my do not at no point pick.
Wonder who got that one.
And then there's 2
Jimmy
more.
Neutron, maybe.
I love it.
You're
That's
making fun
hilarious.
of my hair. You're the worst. I'll be honest. When I zoom, I just kind of look at myself in the picture the entire time. I know that sounds super vain, but that's what I do. I don't even really look at the other people talking. Sorry.
What's the other one?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. I
There's
thought
2
we
more,
had
by the
you on
way.
the ropes.
I
Oh,
think,
I already know
I
it.
think we know. I think we know what both of them
never
are.
mind.
Well, let's go with the beginning of round 3. Bradley, you're back on the clock.
Give me just a second. I'm not trying to stall. This is really a battle of head versus heart at this point. I have a heady pick that could really, I think, take me to the next level. But my heart says I've done too many Nicholas Sparks, and I can't leave this one on the board. I'm going to go personal favorite. I thought it was going to be a waiting game, honestly, between me and Nathan to see which one got this one. And so I'm going to go ahead and take it with one of the best movie scenes I think of all time. 500 Days of Summer will be picked up here. Kind of a dark horse pick, I feel like, this early, but I just really want it on my team.
That's good.
Sorry, Brandon.
That's good.
So
That's
it's
really
not
good.
all right. So I've got my QB, got my fancy footwork. Now, if you're going to have a team, you got to have somebody controversial on there, somebody that the crowd just wants to boo, but somebody that a coach can get behind. And as a coach, there's somebody that I've been getting behind all last season that the rest of the crowd hated, and her name was Regina. And this is for the young folks that vote. I'm going Mean Girls. Boom.
I thought about taking that one.
I am shocked.
I'm feeling good.
Well, okay, to be fair, so that was on my list of do not pick, but I was also thinking it was going to be romance movies. And I was in my mind, I was like, well, that's not a romance movie, so you can't pick that one.
No.
In hindsight, I wish it was not on my list of 3. Don't ever pick this one.
Yeah, I like it. I'm feeling,
that's okay.
feeling crazy.
BJ, what you stewing on over there?
Look, sometimes. Hold on.
He lost his lid.
Was that Aqualung?
I don't know what just happened. I just touched my thing right here, and all of a sudden I heard loud Christian music in my ears.
It wasn't Aqualung. I thought that was your pick. I thought you were picking just by that.
You know what? That would have been a great idea. Darn it. Okay. You know what? Sometimes you got a plan, and then life ruins it. In the names of Nathan McDivitt and Bradley Coon.
Oh no.
But it's okay. I get it. It's a draft. That's what we're supposed to do. But you know what? I love the Mandy Moore song that I forgot how it goes. How does it go? What does it go?
Touch my heart to touch my soul.
That's not it. And hold me, pray. No, that's not it. Okay, that's why though. I love that.
I think that was it. Try it again. I think that might have been it.
And all we'll do is pray. No, that's not it. I'm doing a Walk to Remember. Boom!
It's our namesake.
Yeah, dude.
It's a great choice.
It's our
Thank
theme
you.
song.
Thank you. I love you guys. I'm sorry to call you out on this, but I was just so heartbroken. So those are great picks. I'm jealous. That's all it is. All right, I'm done.
All right. So
Is your other one from the first round still there?
yes.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm going to wait and draft it in the 4th round because I like a sleeper. How about that?
Okay.
So the next one that I'm going to choose is so you've got Male is a little bit older, and Runaway Bride is late 90s. Is that right? Early 2000s, late 90s. So I needed a newer one that that people would enjoy. And this one, and I'm a sucker for a musical, guys. I love a soundtrack. And though I'm not a is it ABBA? Is that who it is? I'm not the ABBA fan. Mamma Mia, the girls like Mamma Mia, and so I actually like the movie. And Mike, I think you did too.
I think that they lied about who the dad was, but other than that, it was fine.
Here's the thing about. Oh,
go ahead.
sorry. You
go.
go.
I was just gonna say that's my 3rd round pick is Mamma Mia. You go ahead.
I'm going to say this. The one I didn't like Mamma Mia, but I will say this: Amanda Seyfried, she has very good just mannerisms in normal conversation, and her eyes are really round, but it works for her. So I get why you picked it.
Yeah.
Is that why? Is that why you picked it?
No, that's not why I picked it. But
I don't think you did get it.
Whatever context though that worked for you, Brandon, is fine. Again, I'm just playing to the people. People loved Mamma Mia. People loved it, and so that to me it was a no brainer. And I'll be honest, that was my number 5 pick, like overall, as I was ranking these out. So I have gotten 3 of my top 5 picks. No. I will get 4 of my top 6 picks with this next pick. I can't believe it.
Soundman Taylor, we don't have anything but a blue screen.
What?
It does look like I'm entering into heaven.
Maybe I didn't share what I thought I was sharing. How about
Which close?
now?
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
I'm
Gosh,
glad
that
it's-
team 2 looks tough to beat.
Team
Where's
three,
the where do you see team 2?
Just people know.
So like it goes like 1 is on top and then 2 bottom and then 3 is top right and then
No,
4
2 is next to 1, right
I think-
next to it.
I think team bottom left is looking real snazzy.
Yeah, it looks good, man. I am sad that I haven't gone Nicholas Sparks yet.
I'm not.
I think it's time, Nate. I think it's time.
I don't think it's time. So, Mikey, you've been talking about the different people, and you needed a quarterback, you needed somebody controversial, you needed somebody who had good footwork. Everybody gets hungry, right? Everybody gets hungry all the time, and especially at lunchtime, there's nothing better than a sandwich.
I cannot believe this made it that long.
Shocked.
Tell me
believe it.
that was not on your all's top 5.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
How did that not get picked? I'm going When Harry Met Sally. I haven't even seen the movie TBH, but I'm thinking that people will see this and be like, I can't believe, again, I like a sleeper pick. I can't believe it fell this far, but it did.
Here
And
was
it
my
fell
thoughts.
into my lap.
Okay. Just honest thoughts right now. You had not seen the movie. I did not know if Bradley had seen the movie because Bradley was not one of us last year. So it was down to me and Brandon, I thought would have that on the radar.
Yeah.
And honestly, I just didn't have that much faith in Brandon. So I thought that there was a good chance I could get that one late.
Yeah.
And it just did not work out that way. That was my next pick.
What's your favorite Kevin Costner movie?
I mean, it's going to be one of the baseball movies. Probably.
Oh, I thought it was Draft Day.
Oh, that's a great one too.
What's his line in Draft Day? If you just indulge me, what's that?
Which line?
The one the whole movie is based on the number 1 pick, right?
Yeah.
Remember, he unfolds that piece of paper, and what's it say on there?
What does he say?
I forgot that guy's name, but it says, "No matter what, go with."
Yeah. But I thought it'd be there. I thought
you threw away the paper. You threw away the paper.
I did because honestly, I thought I could get that 5th round, even though it's a number 1 round pick.
Wow.
Like, I just didn't think you guys would go for it. And especially when everybody's coming out of the gate with these newer ones, I
Yeah.
thought they're not even thinking of these older ones. I got this in the bag,
Nope.
but it's fine. It's fine.
You got a plan, though. I know you have a plan.
Yeah.
Nathan, I think that was a great pick. I was going to pick that, to be honest with you, next. And you know what? Touche, my friend. Great job.
Well, then what are you going to pick then?
Oh, well, I'm between a few.
Yeah, tell us all of them that you're between.
No. But hey, you know what I want to share with this podcast? So do we have a few seconds?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Do
yeah.
we, Taylor, if we play music, do we get in trouble?
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
Okay. Okay.
I think as long as you say we don't own the rights to this.
We do not own the rights.
We don't know the rights to this, but have y'all ever heard of Phil Collins before? He's got this song.
He never remembers the name of it. We
I think
can't hear it.
it's only playing in your headphones.
Oh, y'all can't hear it? Y'all can't hear it? Oh, this is terrible. You know what?
The dance was good though.
Good.
This draft had so much promise, and it is just blowing up in my. I'm spitting a lot. I can feel slobber all over my lips. I
Brandon,
hate this feeling.
I think if you go to share screen and then advanced, I think you can share computer sound that way.
Oh wait a minute. Somebody's doing a trade offer.
Uh-oh.
They did it through chat. Oh, bummer. I want trade. No one's going to trade with me.
No,
Okay.
no, they're not.
Brandon, do you
You
have
know
a pick
what,
that you want to
everybody?
trade away?
Mikey, you muted yourself, by the way.
I've been
So-
muted. I think I'm coming through Taylor's. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
Okay, so back to me and my picks. You know, everybody loves the great state of Britain. They have biscuits, and
I
they
know.
have chocolate scones, and they have
Man.
tea time, and they
Man.
also have Julia Roberts when she
I
was
thought-
there for Notting Hill. And I'm going to be honest with you, I actually really didn't enjoy that movie that much. I don't even really remember much about it. Who's the main guy in that? Is it
Hugh
Jude
Grant,
Law
man.
or-
Hugh Grant.
Oh, Hugh Grant.
No.
Yeah, he's not my favorite. But all that to say, I think people like it. So Notting
That's a-
Hill, it's kind of a classic.
I'm gonna
So-
be honest, Brandon. I thought I knew there was no way Mikey was ever gonna pick that one. I wasn't sure
Yeah,
about
no chance.
Bradley, and I thought that might make it to the last round, and you can't go wrong with Julia Roberts. And Notting Hill, people really like it. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I agree. Julia Roberts, I will say this, man. She just has a way when she gets on screen. She captivates you.
She's good.
In fact, this isn't a romance movie, but if you want to see Julia Roberts in a different light, Aaron Brockovich. Heck of a movie, all about conservation. So anyway, that's my pick, Notting Hill.
So can I tell you one of my other categories?
Oh, yes.
One of my other category. So I have classics, and then I had top tier, you have to get one of these, and I got three of them. But then I have a Sandra Bullock / Julia Roberts category. Like I had to get one that was the Sandra Bullock and Julia, and Runaway Bride was number 1, and number 2 was Notting Hill. So kudos.
You do games within games, and I love it. Everybody, Nathan, when we were at camp, we used to say, "Hey Nathan, I bet you can't say these 3 lines from a Britney Spears movie in this talk." And he would give a gospel-centered presentation of whatever was talked about, and he would insert 3 Britney Spears lines. I love him for it. Heck of a guy.
Man, I'm wow. If you want to make a trade, Brandon, we'll talk at the end of the round. If you're thinking about a trade,
I thought a trade was coming through. I guess
trade.
It's not to me. So
GMs just are calling different offices right now. We're just kind of putting feelers out.
Gotcha.
So
well, I'll go ahead and make my pick while that's happening. And Nate, you said something along the lines of you needed a Julia Roberts or a Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
And for me, in my 4th round, I thought this is where you have to pick your sleeper, and nothing says sleeper like a coma. And so I am going with While You Were Sleeping.
Good choice.
I think it's the sleeper of the draft. Plus,
is that because Bill Pullman's in it?
One of the greatest characters of the entire last season, the best supporting male actor, Joe Jr. So, I mean,
totally underrated.
If that's not a win in itself, I don't know what is.
Mikey, serious question. What would happen in your mind, in your world, if Regina George and Joe Jr. got married?
Oh, gosh.
Would you go to the wedding?
Oh, for sure I'd go to the wedding. I would get arrested trying to get in there. There's no doubt about it. That is a solid 4th pick. Thank you guys. Thank you for agreeing.
Good. Hey, one thing I did notice about so there's 2 movies that we have sleep in it. One of them's While You're Sleeping, one's Sleepless in Seattle. Both of them have Bill Pullman as.
That's true.
They do indeed.
And you know what? He's a sleeper in both of them.
One of them was a good draft pick.
Yeah, I think they both were.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, Brad.
I'm going to round out the 4th round with, and once again, I'm a little bit, I haven't seen all these movies.
Right.
So
do you want a pro tip here?
Pro tip.
Mariah Carey never disappoints.
Yeah.
Dude, she's got such a good voice.
Hey, don't take Brandon's next pick.
Yeah, I know enough to know.
Top tier.
Taylor, you just zinged me so hard, man.
Plus, you also heard about Nate saying that you needed Roberts or a Sandra Bullock, and there's still one of those available. Got a mailbox.
Golly.
Ooh.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I was not a big fan of that movie, so that will not be joining my team. Locker room presence not very good. I'm gonna go with P.S. I Love You.
Okay.
For some, I don't know how that's gonna hit. I think it's a good addition to my team. Trying to make a complete team.
I think that's where Man Crush Monday began. Am I right?
I think so. What about you, Wafflehead?
Oh, is it my turn already? Is this the last?
No.
What?
He said he chose P.S. I Love You, and I said I think that's where Man Crush Monday began.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. I speak way too highly of men's physical attributes on this show. So
hey,
wrong with
but
that, but
Gerard Butler he's a catch. He's a catch.
He's a catch for sure.
Oh yeah.
Can we bring up the board post round 4 board? I
Gosh, those are some good picks.
Are you looking at the bottom right?
I was looking at mine.
But you're looking at that all the time.
I've got Julia Roberts. I've got Sandra Bullock. I've got Swayze. I've got Regina. Come on.
We'll see.
Well, let me look at this. Hold on. Okay. All right. Yep, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, Bradley.
Well, I'm gonna have to wait to look at the board again.
We
Yeah,
can do
we
that.
may need to keep that board up.
That technology is available to us.
I'm trying to work my magic in the chat, people. Just trying
Yeah.
to work some trades.
Taylor,
see
could you
what-
put that board back
put some
up?
feelers
Yeah, we
out
can
there.
do that.
Hey, if you're looking for a trade, I've got to find a picture of a cinnamon bun with cream cheese. Once I found that, we're good.
I offered Mr. McDivitt a trade that is yet to be.
Oh well, I was waiting until afterwards to discuss.
Oh,
All
I
right.
got you. I got you.
I thought we were waiting until after the
Okay, I didn't know if it was mid draft. Okay, we'll talk. See, I'm just getting ahead of myself. Okay, for my final one, it came down to a couple. I've got two Sparks movies. I don't want to oversaturate my list too much. With that being said, I think having a little more of a lighthearted movie is gonna come into play, and it's down to two of them.
Mm.
It's
Do
just
one
which
have a
one's-
number in it?
Do what?
Does one of them have a number in it?
No, does not.
No.
That was on the board. Sorry, Taylor. Give me a countdown whenever you need to. This is where my indecisive.
Just talk it through, man. Talk it
hurts me.
through.
Yeah, speak up.
There's-
It's the last pick.
So the one with the number in it is actually now very tempting. So how unique it was.
Mm.
But I'm going with two movies that y'all figure it out pretty quick. A little more lighthearted, but they're very similar in my opinion. And I
do
just
know.
don't know which one's better. And,
We just
and
watched one of them.
We did just watch one of them, and
And
the
the
other
other-
one I actually helped
It's
host.
way better. It's way better.
I like them both a lot.
Yeah, that's where I'm struggling, guys. You know what? I'm going to go 10 things I hate about you. I'm going to go 10 things I hate about you. Going to go
You didn't go with
off the
either of
grid.
them.
I decided to throw a curveball. I think that's going to round up my team. It's kind of like the Dennis Rodman for the Bulls, real
Okay.
real unique pick, but you need him. You need him for a lot of
Dude.
different things.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
I still have my fifth pick, which pumps me up. And it wasn't either one of those movies you were debating between. For my last pick, I thought I just need
I knew
somebody,
where you're going. You need a closer.
somebody that's good for a point. I know a lot of people listening, if you've listened to our podcast at all, you think I'm going to go Costner. You're wrong.
Oh, I really thought you were.
I'm
I was about to.
gonna pass
I was
on
about to pick that one for trade bait.
I'm
I
gonna
really
pass
was.
on him. I'm going with somebody you can always count on for a point in any movie he's in, even if the rest of the movie is bad,
Oh,
is Jack Black. And so I'm going to go with all last season picks.
Ah.
I'm taking the Holiday.
it wasn't even on my list.
I
It
forgot
wasn't.
we watched that. Dude, the scenery in that. Oh, man. If I'm going to go on a Christmas vacation, I'm coming to that place.
I'm feeling good.
That's good. That was. I'm gonna be honest. That wasn't even on my list. I think because whenever I had, I don't know why it wasn't on my list. Man, I can't believe it.
Made it to
I
the
can't believe
fifth round.
It did.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Yes.
Man.
All right, Brandon, how you finishing this thing?
Oh, is it my turn? Let's see. Let me go ahead and save this picture of a cheeseburger to my computer, and then I can.
Look like you have a grill, by the way,
Let
Brandon.
me see your grill. Yep, your grill.
I grew up 30 minutes outside of Detroit in a very nice suburb of Detroit, and we used to have like gold chains we'd wear.
I thought this was part
Crazy.
of the movie.
I did too.
I don't remember reviewing 8 Mile.
But I was like,
It's a good one.
I've never been I'm not a very big gangster, as you could tell. Okay, we're gonna round this thing out. Look, I'm gonna be honest. The only reason why I'm picking this movie is because I can't remember the other ones. But it's a great movie, and you know what? This guy, he married the one Blake Lively, who's in The Age of Adeline, which I love, and
That's a
You know
great. This is a
what?
great pick.
it is a great pick, and it was actually the pick of a great man who is in Conway, Arkansas, who rhymes with Nathan McSnivet. It is definitely maybe Ryan Reynolds
That's a
and
good one.
all these love stories. So look, I'm one of those. I'm going to start off slow, but then at the end, I'm going to sneak back up and come in third place instead of fourth. So here we
I feel
go.
like at this point, I almost know what Nate picks.
You have no idea. I'm going to tell you right now. You have no idea.
Is this
let's-
is this Mrs. Irrelevant?
Yeah.
It might be Mr. Relevant, but I'm telling you, the fact that this movie is on, it was on nobody's radar, and I hated the movie personally, but it is the movie that the people loved. Okay, let me just go from the bottom. So my rankings, this is number 5 on my rankings. Like all 5 of my picks are in my top 6 from what I was gonna choose tonight, which is incredible for me. So it was not Glitter. Glitter was among the 3 that I was never going to choose. Lake House, not going to choose it, especially since I got Runaway Bride. For Love of the Game, it's way down there because I don't think it was a romance movie. I don't think it's a chick flick. Even less do I think it's a chick flick than I think it's a romance movie. A Lot Like Love would never choose that one. Where the Heart Is, I think that might be my least favorite movie that we've watched.
So
although I think a lot of people like it.
You were going to pick is still there.
Message in a Bottle is number 14 on my list. I like it. I thought, especially at this point when I've got to get a Nicholas Sparks movie in there. I was going to remove. I thought about that one, but the fact that the last song is still on this list, I'm going to take advantage of it. It may come back and fly in my face, but I'll say this. I was blown away. I was listening. I was doing some tape. I was listening to some tape this morning, and Taylor busted this out. This was a $20 million budgeted film, and it made $89 million. And it's Nicholas Sparks. And we had Haley on. And remember, Haley Baker said that she cried. Like, I think this is a complete.
She also said it didn't hold up,
but she wanted this one though, right? Yeah. I think this is my nostalgic pick. This is my. I want people are going to look at this and think of their, when they saw it for the first time, and when Miley used to be Miley, when she was Hannah Montana, and before she became Miley, I guess is what I'm saying. So I went the last song. Nights in Rodanthe, I thought about choosing just because I love my wife a lot. I still love her a lot, but I couldn't believe that the last song was on there. So I went the last song to round out the
last pick.
For the last pick. It only makes sense, right?
Right, yeah. I think those are solid drafts.
Was that what you were thinking, Mikey?
Yeah.
The last song?
Yeah.
You thought that's what I was going to pick?
For sure.
Oh, wow.
Look, I'm here to tell you, man, Greg Kinnear, I love that guy. So I love that pick.
He's a great dad.
So let's just look at these as a whole right now. I mean, these are decent teams.
I mean, there is one that stands out, I feel like.
Yeah, Thank you.
I'll be honest. I really hated my draft picks until I looked at them again. And now I feel like they're pretty subpar. And that was all I was trying to achieve tonight. So, gold star.
I think this is a good one. This is a good one.
All right, I think this is where we would open up the trades if we want to talk. Anybody wants to talk through some trades? I've got one sent to me. Let me think here.
Well, let's say it out loud. Let's still keep the people waiting.
I'll tell you what, not a lot of people sending me trades.
Taylor, we need to keep the list up there.
Yeah, I was adjusting the video a little bit here.
Okay, let's see. So one of my offers was what would it take to pry Mean Girls off my hands?
Did you read that sentence just straight?
We don't have to read things like that.
And tell us who it was from. Like, we'll just read it like you see it.
That's just silly.
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
I'll read it. It says, Mikey, what would it take to pry Mean Girls off your hands?
Oh, man.
Is that Brandon Taylor out there or what?
Oh, my goodness.
That's funny.
Sorry, I'm picking myself up. A bus just hit me. Somebody threw me under one, so I was trying to get out.
Oh, hey, it's funny.
I'm going to think through it. If anybody else wants to talk
while you're thinking through, I'll go ahead and so I offered Nathan the potential of Safe Haven for Mamma Mia. I don't know how.
So I'll tell you how I received that. I thought it was really it was a really good offer until round 5 when I still had a Nicholas Sparks on the table. Safe Haven was my favorite. I think the people, I could be wrong, but I think the people like the last song better than they do Safe Haven, like in general.
That blows my mind. You might be right though.
He might be right, which is horrible. But I think he might be right.
Horrible. But I think so. I just wanted to tell you that's why that's why I'm going to reject your trade, because I do think, though I personally I would choose Safe Haven over the last song if I had to choose one of them to watch. But I'm going to steal a line from Tom Hanks and You've Got Mail. Like, it's not personal. It's just business.
Ooh, there you go. Man. I respect it. Respect
the game.
Well, I'm not trading with anyone because I think I'm more in tune with my Finneman side.
What was that?
Than anyone here.
Cinnamon?
So if you're
Cinnamon?
You're Finneman?
If you are going to trade with me, it's closed now.
Brandon, I was about to offer you a trade. Are you serious?
What's it? Let me hear it first, and then I might.
No,
wonder.
if you're telling me it's closed, I'm not even going to waste my time.
Hold on. Let me.
He's open. He's open for business.
Hold on. Let me look. Let me do one thing. Let me get rid of the cheese fries. Red Velvet Cake Brandon is a lot more open. Shoot me straight. What are you looking
I was
at?
never going to trade with you. I just knew you were a bold-faced liar.
Well, you know what? Life is like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're going to get.
Brandon, I will say, I think the sleeper in this whole thing is definitely maybe. You grabbing that?
I was going to pick that, but then I panicked and went 10 Things I Hate About You. So good job, Brandon.
10 Things is a good movie. I mean, in terms of, it's a good movie. I'll tell you what, no one picked anything terrible.
No.
So we did good.
Yeah, I mean, Bradley.
Some people might disagree. Mikey might disagree
is,
with you.
Like, if I was going to trade you anything for Mean Girls, it would be the other Regina movie, and you're not going to trade a first round for a third round. So I just don't think it's going to happen. Yeah.
So you just rejected your own trade.
Well, no, I mean, I offered it knowing what it was going to say.
So wait, the official offer is Notebook for Mean Girls.
Yeah. Because I realize, even though I like Mean Girls better, I don't have a Sparks, and I don't know if that's going to hurt me.
Hey, so that reminds me. What if can I tell you my like where I landed as far as like the ones that I for sure we're going to make sure that I got, and then like my different categories. What if we gave a little bit of like context to why we chose what we chose? I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll go first. So I had a tier 1. So these were 4 movies that I knew I had to get one of these, even if they were all taken in the first round. I knew I could at least get one, and they were Runaway Bride was number 1. I got it. The Notebook I did not get. You've Got Mail, which I did get, and When Harry Met Sally, which I did get. Those were all 4 in my tier 1. Then I put all the Nicholas Sparks in a category, which I knew I had to get one, and I was able to do that. I put the classics. I put them all in one. I got 2 classics: When Harry Met Sally and When You've Got Mail. I even got a new age. I said that Mamma Mia was a new age one, or what do you call them? You call them coming of age, or whatever. Coming
of age.
Sure. Okay. And then I had the Sandra Bullock, Julie Roberts, which I was able to sneak out Runaway Bride, like I said. And then I did have a category of questionable romance, which was Where the Heart Is, For Love of the Game, and Steel Magnolias. Although I like the choice, Mikey, it was in my questionable, is it romance or not? And then my will not absolutely pick under any circumstances were Glitter, Mean Girls, and Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, okay. All right.
I feel like I accomplished what I set out to do.
Yeah.
I accomplished my game plan.
Well, I'll go second. So I can see why Mean Girls and Steel Magnolias would not have been on your list, because they're not your quintessential romance movies.
Yeah.
I get that.
But they're chick flicks.
But they are chick flicks.
Yeah, I'll agree.
And from everything, I loved Steel Magnolias. When we had that movie coming up, I thought I was going to hate every second of it. And it turned into a movie I really liked. And then people who did listen to our podcast had never seen that movie. Like, that was their favorite episode for a long time. And so I thought, man, if I can play on that, like if I can get that in there, that's if a big, like that's either our second or our third most listened to.
Would you have picked that? If you had the number 1 pick, would you have picked that?
I had it between the Notebook and that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were my 2 picks. So whichever one Bradley didn't go, I was going.
Yeah, that's good.
And so I felt good about that. My second round pick was going to be Runaway Bride. I thought it would make it through, but when it didn't, I really think you can't go wrong with Swayze, because that is just such an iconic movie. Whether you liked it or you didn't, like that movie is just so well known. That's my classic that like is just going to get classic votes. And then when you guys started talking like you needed something new age, I didn't even have one of those on my list. With Mean Girls being out there, like younger viewers, they're going to pick Mean Girls because they love that movie. Romance or not, that people, they quote it. It's one of the most quoted movies. That I think that's going to get me far. While you were sleeping, I mean, honestly, I just love Joe Jr. And I think that's a liked enough movie. It's a good 4th pick with what was out there. I mean, it's not, Harry Met Sally is by far the best 4th round pick. I'll say that. But I think While You Were Sleeping is right there. And then The Holiday. I couldn't believe it made it that far.
I can't.
Part of me wondered if it would be because it was a special that it just kind of got overlooked. And so my hope was that was my fifth pick from the get go. I thought I'm going to see if this can go under the radar. If I can bring The Holiday in, that's the sleeper of the whole draft. And I got it. And I got it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'll go next. Notebook, just because once I found out that I was the number one overall pick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
that's a lock, man. That's a
lock,
surefire number one. That's a good pick.
That's pretty easy. I think for me, the problem with these things for me is I wrestle with, do I go for the public or do I go for what I personally really attached to? Safe Haven was one of those. But also, even before Talk to Remember stuff, I've just met so many people who really like it. So many guys who have watched it with their girlfriends or their wives who have been like, man, it's a really good Nicholas Sparks movie. So I think I don't know. Like I said, I think you guys thought about it from like a 30,000 foot view. I wasn't like at a 5,000, but I was probably like at a 15,000 foot view on this. That's why 500 Days of Summer. I just love that movie, and I thought
great movie.
I really wanted it on my team. I think for the indie movies, people might see that, and it's different. It's not the same as a lot of others that may spark a few voters. I think P.S. I Love You is good as well. I think it's a safe one. It's is that Nicholas Sparks?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay, good. I was like, it's a non-Sparks. It's got some humor. It is sad, but I think people will enjoy that one. And then the last one, I will say the fourth round was tough because I was going between that and A Walk to Remember. Because I had two picks then, I think, if I was right. I may be wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
But I ended up going with P.S. I Love You instead of
not
Walk
a
to
bad
Remember.
pick.
And 10 Things I Hate About You. I was between Definitely Maybe and Lot Like Love. And then I was like, I don't think I could do Lot Like Love. I don't think that's going to get much traction.
I think that was smart. I liked it, but I don't know that enough people have seen it.
And then Nathan planted the numbers thing. So I thought 10 Things I Hate About You. It is well known. It is very niche as well. So that may hurt me or help me. We'll see. But
if I'm honest, Bradley, like I look at your so I strictly went for chick flick side. Like I went which of these five? I think honestly, I take the cake when it comes to strictly like romance movies. Like I think if they were just going on romance movies, I think I would win this draft. But it's not. It's chick flick. And I think just as some guys look at your list, when they see 500 Days of Summer, 10 Things I Hate About You, they might be like, hey, I like those two movies just because they're kind of romancy-ish.
And The Notebook alone is going to get him so many
Notebook's going to help.
Yeah.
I hope so. But I told my wife, even coming in, I want a complete draft. I don't want one of the exact same thing. And I think I did that. I'm overall happy with my team.
Nice.
What was your thoughts, Brandon?
Oh, on who?
Just why you picked what you picked.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, here's the thing, guys. Look, I came into this thing. I'm going to be serious. Okay, so we're going to get the Hogwarts Castle out of here. We're going to do none. Okay, so I'm ready. Look, I came into this thing, didn't have a clue what I was going to do. I remembered 3 movies. Honestly,
how many of those movies did you get?
Got one. Out of those 3,
the first one.
The first one, and that's probably the one that I probably could have picked in the 5th round. The
Yes.
round. But I wanted what I wanted. So, first round, I know I'm going to get Pride and Prejudice for sure. I could have waited later.
Yeah.
I hate to gamble. I hate taking risks. Let's just take what you want. And Pride and Prejudice. Look, here's the thing. I love Elizabeth Bennet. I think Keira Knightley crushed it. I love how Darcy was so brooding the entire time. And I love the scenery that you get the whole time. So I'm like, I'm taking that. So
where was it filmed? Where was that? Was that Ireland?
It's filmed in this country. It's like coastline. I don't know. Yeah, it could have been.
I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything about it.
I don't either. I think if I were to guess Ireland or maybe the UK. So anyway, we're going and I'm like, okay, Runaway Bride. I love Runaway Bride. I love Richard Gere. Boom. Nathan McDivitt takes it. I wasn't surprised, but I was upset. I don't know if you've ever felt that before, but I did. So then I was scrambling. I'm like, man, honestly, I didn't really like the other one was 500 Days of Summer, but I'm like, you know what? I love that movie. That movie did terrible on our stats. No one really liked to watch it, even though that's my favorite movie of them all. Bradley, you got great taste, man. So Sleepless, I thought you got Meg Ryan, you got Tom Hanks. I love Meg Ryan, especially with the long hair. Big fan. And I just think it's a sweet story, and I like the kid in it. So I thought, let's throw that in there. It's popular. And then, Bradley took 500 Days of Summer. So I was like, well, I'm up a creek without a paddle. And so it gets back to Man. I'm like, well, Mandy Moore is really awesome in that one show that she's in now with Randall. And
This Is Us.
Yeah, that's it. And,
Randall. That's a good way to tie it together.
The only reason why I remember his name is I watched the movie Marshall, which I've been watching so many civil rights movies recently. It's insane.
My shoulder is fine.
So he's in that movie. If you haven't seen Marshall, it's a great movie about Thurgood Marshall, first African-American Supreme Court justice. You should watch it, maybe.
Oh, not We Are Marshall. Sorry.
No.
I'm happy to say.
That was Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, so I thought, Walk to Remember is popular. Who doesn't love it? It's super sad, but it's good, and I just like it. So, bam, Walk to Remember.
It's our namesake, too, man.
Yeah, I thought that, too. So maybe people get the connection.
Good pick. Great pick.
Thanks, man. And then we had, honestly, I forgot what happened. I started really looking up food pictures, and then I had a couple emails for work I knocked out. And then it came back to me, and then I was like, I was using the application, the podcast app, and looking at them while we were doing this.
And Notting Hill was like fourth.
Yeah. The name of it was like just like Notting Up, and I was like, oh, that's Notting Hill. Because some of them, I don't even know what the titles mean. I was like, I don't even know what podcast this represents. So I was like, Notting Hill, and our friend Carrie liked it. And Carrie, you hold a lot of clout in the world in general. And so if you could just throw me a bone here and really push this, I'd appreciate it. But if not, I totally understand, because I know you like Runaway Bride more. So I thought maybe someone will like it. And then the last one, I mean, I don't know. I like Ryan Reynolds, got a great smile. And it was a cool plot. I also like Elizabeth Banks. I just think she's kind of quirky, and I liked her in Invincible. So I thought, let's just throw her in there. So even though she was horrible in that movie, she really was kind of
her name the worst.
Yeah, her name was Emily. Was that right?
I think so.
Yeah. I like the name Emily too. So that's another reason. So
I think that's a steal for the fifth round. To be honest,
it was.
I do too.
Yeah,
it's a good pick.
Like, I don't think I can win, but like I think it's a respectable fourth place. So
this is why I think I got a shot, because Brandon just followed his heart. And just his iPhone that told him what to vote for. Bradley, if this was all dudes, I think you'd take it. Nate, you are right. You've got all the romance. But if we're going for classics and iconic, that's my list. Like, you're going to stamp next to While You Were Sleeping as a classic and iconic movie. I'm going to stamp it a classic. Yeah. Okay. I bet if you looked it up, like top romance films, I bet you it'd be top 10. I'd fight that. Top 10?
Yeah.
Wait,
While You Were Sleeping? Was that with Sandra Bullock?
Yeah.
Yeah. No way it's top 10.
Top 10? Yeah, top 10 of all time romance?
No, not a chance.
Dude, look at the thing. We got top 10 right here. Hold on. We're about to do it. All right. Notebook. Oh, you got
Bradley.
Mail? Runaway Bride? Harry Met Sally?
That's 4.
Golly.
Pride and Prejudice? Okay, we're not The Holiday, Notting Hill, Walk to Remember, Sleepless in Seattle, Pride and Prejudice. We got them. It's not top 10. It's not top 10.
So I've got a list that I looked at today. It was top 10.
Oh, on the internet?
Yeah, and so I had it on my list.
Dude, you can't trust the internet, man.
I'm trusting it.
I'll be honest, you can kind of trust it now. There's so much information out there. I'll be honest, you can kind of trust it.
Oh, we get the nod from Brandon to trust
Taylor.
The internet.
What?
Soundman Taylor, if you had to pick one of these teams to put your stamp on, which team is it?
Well, that's biased. That's
and
biased.
It's not. You can't. This is the way this works. You're not voting for your favorite movie.
No,
You're voting for your favorite team.
You are voting for your favorite movie. That's how this works.
No, but yeah, I mean, you want me to tell you which one I think is going to win or which one I would vote for.
Both.
Both.
So if it's who I'd vote for, it'd be based on what movies I would want to watch the most, and it would be Nate narrowly over Mikey.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I love Steel Magnolias. The rewatchability, it just was for me personally. Dirty Dancing again was really good. Mean Girls is the one of yours that I would rewatch while you're sleeping on the holiday. But for Nate, my rewatch ones would be stronger were Runaway Bride, You've Got Mail, and When Harry Met Sally. And I'm floored when Harry Met Sally was not taken in the first round.
Yeah.
I thought for some reason Brandon was going to pick it with his second pick, and then Sleepless in Seattle. I went, no, that's the end of that one.
Look, hold on, Taylor. I got Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, but that's one.
That's one great one.
It is one great one.
Have you heard of the 80-20 principle? Okay, 20% is the result of your most joy, and this is literally that.
But what if he's got 60%? The last song doesn't make any sense to me, but that's okay. I get your reasoning. It just doesn't hit my heartstrings.
I don't like the movie at all.
Right. I get the reasoning, but it doesn't resonate with me because you're not trying to get my vote. Which one do I think is going to get the most?
They're good. They're all solid.
It is really good. Depends what person is. I mean,
when I was looking at all the lists of movies we had to choose from, I thought that there was going to be one team that just got stuck with a bunch of stinkers, but I don't feel like anybody did.
Mm-mm. No, like I'm thinking there are people who I think will vote, Mikey, and I think Julie. I think she's going to pick yours. I think Carrie. I know she liked Notting Hill, but I think she'll go Runaway Bride.
I do too.
Adam Jones. I think he'll go with me because of You Got Mail.
Mm-hmm.
I think Claudia would choose mine for Mamma Mia for sure. When Harry Met Sally, just about anybody who loves that movie, I think if it's an iconic one, which it may or may not be, who knows?
I think
for sure
it is.
And here's the thing to remember about Carrie. She's got 2 votes. She's got that double Instagram account. So if you guys want to try and do some lobbying,
are those the only people voting?
What?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
This is open. For everyone listening, you can vote. All you have to do is go on Instagram.
Please vote. Guys, look, just vote for me because I never win stuff.
Bradley and I both have 2 with second college and second students.
I have a feeling I'm going to be 4th, and I'm okay with that. I went a lot with my heart. I do think I'm going to get 4th. Now that I'm just really, it's setting in what this is. It's fine. Like, I like mine. But I think, Mikey, you said it. I think you said it. If this is a dude's vote, and I'm a dude, and I went from my perspective, I just did, and so I can see out.
But this is what I'm going to say about your team, and this is what scares me. Is while this is supposed to be a team vote, I think it is going to be people just picking their favorite movie, and if that's the case, The Notebook's going to take so many votes.
Well, I hope so.
That's going to be your freaking knight in shining armor right there. Is everybody's going to go for that Notebook.
And you got 2 Sparks. So you got those people.
Yeah, some hindsight things. Nathan, would you have taken 500 Days of Summer at all in this game?
It depends on what was left. I think if yes, I would have because I love that movie so much. I forgot. Same thing with Definitely Maybe. If I was gonna choose that one and just forego Nicholas Sparks if it was left, but it wasn't. I do like it though.
Yeah,
they're solid.
So what's this going to look like, Mikey? How are this is going to go up tomorrow? When does this?
So no, it'll go up.
So when we release.
Yeah, the next, which is the 20th.
Okay.
This is going to go up the 20th. And then, because this is just a voting one, then on the following week, there'll be another draft for everybody to vote on. And we'll probably let the draft go from Monday, or the voting go from Monday to Wednesday. Because I'll just post the video below and they'll vote on the video. Or I don't know. Should we post the picture of the teams or make them watch the video?
We'll think about that. We'll think about it.
Yeah. But there will be another draft. We still got to figure out what that is. But we've got another one of these coming.
Let's put it to the people for what that should be.
Okay. Yeah.
Good idea.
We'll let them decide. but they'll have to get back with us quick because we'll have a couple days to do it. I feel good about this. I think we've got some top tier teams.
We do. I think we're pretty even.
Well,
and the people just by view alone, the people are going to fall in love with Brandon because of all his churros and his cannolis and his cheeseburgers and stuff.
Brandon, I think just because I'm going to give you one last plea to the people, man. Just plead your case hard as you can.
Oh, me right now? Okay.
Wizard of Love.
The Wizard of Love coming at you, cannolis and all. No, we're going to get the cannolis out of here. Look, I'm going to do normal. Whenever I dress you, I want to be normal. So here's the thing. Look, some of these, they're not the most popular movies. They're not the most well-known. They're not even the most well-liked. But you know what? They've all got their own special little flavor. And you know what? You don't want the 5 best players on a team. No,
you don't.
You don't want the 5. What?
Nope.
They're making me laugh.
It really sucked in that 92 Olympics for the Dream Team.
You, Taylor, I'm going to mute you all. I can't do that. Look, you want 5 players that work really well together. Pride and Prejudice, just wonderful, sweet, innocent love. And then the next one that I chose, which was Sleepless in Seattle, just wonderful, long hair. And the third one was the one that our podcast was named after, A Walk to Remember. We wouldn't even have a podcast. We couldn't even done the thing. So that's in there. And then the fourth one, I don't even remember what I picked, but definitely
Notting Hill.
Notting Hill. I mean,
you got to have that player nobody cares about, right?
Right. And look,
you want 5 good ones.
Here's the thing. For Notting Hill, don't you love a wonderful British accent? And that's filled with it. And they're great.
Who doesn't like a good travel bookstore?
And a good travel bookstore. Is that positive for me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then last but look, I'm going to say it like this. Like, definitely maybe. More like, definitely yeah. And I'll leave it at that. If you're offended by anything you say, I am so sorry. I'm just really off the cuff here. So I love the country. I love the UK. So just
Nate, do you want to make a plea?
Man, I think my movies speak for themselves. I think I've covered a lot of different people, and I've got some iconic ones that will pull me through. And I guess I'm just banking on more women and girls voting than I am anybody else.
I'll go quick plea. Coach Common Sense here. And common sense says that you're going to want to go for the list that has the most iconic movies. Now, whether people believe that's while you were sleeping or not, you can't argue the other 4. They're iconic. And as Brandon said, you don't want a perfect team. You don't want all good players. So I gave you the one that might not be considered the best, but it's got Joe Jr. And he might be the best actor in any of these movies. So even if it's not the best movie, it brought you the best of something. And I think we can all agree on that. So that's why you should vote for me. Bradley, I'm going to throw it to you if you want to make a plea.
Yeah, just my plea is this. If it is on the base of, these are the movies I can watch, these 5 movies. You want some variety. You don't want them all to be deeply emotional. You don't even want them to all be mega iconic. You may want to slip in a little bit of comedy. You want to slip in an indie film that's very good with one of the greatest movie scenes of all time. There's a lot of variety that comes in. Plus, if you do want iconic, we have the LeBron James of iconic chick flicks in the lineup. Go for a diverse, full team. Yes, you want good players, but you want good at all of their roles. And I feel like we have the best players at their roles plus the star. So, come on in.
You know what?
May not be a good team, but a great plea.
I think that was probably an incredible plea. It lagged a lot, and so we did not hear most of it.
Here's the thing: we didn't hear it, but it's all recorded on his end. So
I can't wait to hear your plea. I can't wait to hear your plea.
Oh man, it was
heartfelt,
heartfelt,
editing
man.
all of this.
It was heartfelt. Oh man,
The listeners gonna have no idea.
I'll say you looked so sincere, man.
I was into it, man. Dang, Kevin. Okay.
Well, there it is. I think that's it, Taylor.
We've done it, folks.
I think we did. Well, for everyone here, it's been a talk to remember. Thank you.
For romance, somehow these dudes are our only hope.
I hope you do not remember the movie, but you know to talk. Bye.